Yo, hey, here I am. This is the rehab truth that not all rehabs are good. And this is chapter 2, paper chains and promises. When my family decided and my probation officer decided I was going to Mexico, it wasn't a snap decision. It wasn't fast. It's kind of a thing that built over time. Like I said, it just worked out in like weird, perfect steps to where now that I think back at it and look at it now, too convenient. But I'm always paranoid. So, but anyway, someone connected them to the U-turn in California, and not U-turn directly, but the kind of place that acts as a feeder. They assess the kids, they talk to the parents there, make the pitch, sell the gig, sign them up, and then move you down the pipeline to wherever you're headed. They have other facilities. And my parents sat across from the people when we were signing the papers, and none of this was in it. But I mean, we were just going with faith. It was a religious one. You know what I mean? Who would have thought a religious one would be bad? Um, but things changed. The brochure had pictures of, like I said, kids smiling and horseback riding and learning to surf and all the things. But I mean, I didn't know what to expect, but I was on my way. You know what I mean? I was going. There was no turning back now. But what the brochure didn't show me is how far away Mexico was, or how little contact you have down there, or how much isolation they use. There might be people smiling because they're being forced to smile. I didn't think like that back then though. I wasn't paranoid back then. I just thought everybody was good. But yes, you're right. Um, and we talked about the cost of the program, like it's not cheap, you know. My parents had to figure out how to pay or like get funding or something. I don't know how that went, but it's pretty crazy that we had to pay money to get treated like this and do stuff for them. But so that was a lot of stress on my family and my parents too, as they were paying for that as we are going down. So then we're like in, oh yeah, they kept telling me too, like, we're not sending you away because we don't love you. Like, we're just trying to get you help and we just want to do what we can. I mean, trust me, they did everything they could. Everyone around me did. So no blame to anybody for this. But um, there was just like calls back and forth. We're asking like, what should I bring? You know, meals, and they're like talking to the people down there. We're trying to get everything like ready. You know, we're like checking with them. Can I have this? Can I have that? Don't waste time. Don't waste space. Handle it. And my mom, we packed everything. Okay. Um, the processing started like before I left on my flight. You know, the documents, medical stuff, paperwork confirming that I was coming. Someone's getting paid for me to come. That kind of stuff. Every form was just another layer of officialness, another thing that made this feel less like a family decision and more like a business. And everyone was a go. I'd gotten permission and they'd given consent for me to go across the border. So it's not like I was just taking it, period. Like, we knew. The goodbye felt strange, you know. I hadn't left my parents for like a long amount of time ever at this point in time in my life because I was 17, so hadn't really been away from home for a couple months at this point. No way. But uh, yeah, but they sent me off at the airport and everything was good. And three changes of clothes though when I got there, and I didn't know that. You know, that's nuts. And I packed more than that, so much more, and they just take it away from you. As soon as you get there, they just things that mattered to us, like important stuff, valuables, uh, family stuff, pictures. They wouldn't give them to us, and I felt like a mix of anger, guilt, and resentment and fear. Honestly, it was a whole cocktail of emotions that came with being sent away to this place by people that I trusted, that we trusted. And then there I was, headed to headed to California, and then to Mexico, headed towards the ranch, headed towards cinder block dirt kind of punishment, disguised to help the people who put you there. But people really had no idea what was happening, what was going on to where we were. We were in Mexico.